Hello, good afternoon. Chris Principe, publisher of Financial IT, coming to you directly and live from Money 2020. Here in the host city of Amsterdam, the Netherlands, we're really pleased to be here. This is one of my favorite shows of the year, and we see nothing but exciting innovation everywhere you look here. I have today a guest with me who's bringing something exciting. Nigel, thanks for coming in and meeting with us at Financial IT.
Pleasure.
Great. Nigel, if you could tell us a little bit about your business.
Yeah, sure. So I'm the Chief Commercial Officer at Silverflow. We are a state-of-the-art new generation card acquiring processor. So we're effectively the last mile where the card transaction goes from the website or from the terminal into Visa, MasterCard, Amex, Diners, etc. We are 5 years old, just over now. We're about 80 people. We're active in APAC, we're active in North America, and we're active in Europe, and growing very quickly.
Well, that's all great to hear. And, it's really interesting to me that the business that you guys are doing, because it's new. And my banking career, I've seen just the opposite happen, where the banks have gotten out of this acquiring business. And I'm really thrilled to hear that you're able to provide and give them the opportunity back. Can you tell us a little more about that?
Yeah, sure. So we made an announcement with Bolt, the ride-hailing guys, yesterday, and it's the advent really of a kind of new model where the benefits are numerous, but not only to people like Bolt as merchants who are global, the benefits are there for the banks as well. So we have a partner bank, Deutsche, which we enlisted to have a conversation with Bolt about the commercials. We don't touch the money. And basically now we have Deutsche Bank, who are now processing a very large amount of volume for a customer like Bolt, which they would have been unable really to access using the legacy technologies. So we bring the ability for the banks to get back into acquiring alongside Fintechs. We support all the Fintechs as well, obviously. But it's the ability to deliver a new technology platform without spending hundreds of millions of euros or dollars or pounds, very quickly, very easily, and very effectively.
It's interesting because, of course, this was a key business for the bank a long time ago, and most of them got out. You're able to bring them back in. What other opportunities does this give the bank besides that new income flow from acquiring? But there are other benefits.
Absolutely. I mean, when you have a relationship where you're processing billions of euros in flow of card processing transactions, as a bank, particularly an international global bank like Deutsche, is able to offer other banking services, treasury services, FX services, payout services, for example. If you think about the Bolt environment, it's not just taking money from me as a consumer, it's paying drivers, paying taxes, paying other bills, etc. So it opens up a wide array of opportunities for the banks as a result of being able to become the acquirer.
You explained where you're able to service both Fintechs as well as the banks. Are the challenges different between the two?
Yeah, generally I would say with the banks, as you will know and appreciate, it does take longer to get these things off the ground because they have much more complex regulatory environments. You have to jump through hoops to become a supplier. So yeah, it takes longer, but obviously the pie really is generally bigger when you're talking about a global bank. And our customers are a mixture of global banks, of Fintech customers who are acquirers, but also we're seeing more interest from entities like Bolt, who are not an acquirer. They don't necessarily want to be an acquirer, but what they want is direct access to the enormous amount of data that is available now from the card schemes, which they can use to their benefit to increase auth rates, to reduce false positives, to deepen customer insights, and all the good things that we look at in payments now that really are not possible on a mainframe.
So on the Silverflow side, would I be correct in saying that you guys are become sort of the bridge between the two?
Yeah, I think that's a good description. I mean, we make it easy. I think if you look at some of the legacy players that have tried to revamp their platforms, it's taken many years and it's cost hundreds of millions of euros to do so. We're cloud native. We're a SaaS solution. We can stand our platform up in weeks. anywhere where AWS is present for very, very low entry cost. It really is exponentially cheaper and at the same time exponentially better, faster, more capable, more data resilient, etc., etc.
But I tell you, I understand before when I asked you the challenges of banks, and you pretty much described it as time, that, if you're able to set up the solution so quickly, I mean, you could set up much faster than you can even get approval from the bank.
Absolutely. You can, yeah.
Even if they love it.
You
Right?
couldn't have said that better, really. I mean, the quickest that we've actually taken a customer live is under 5 weeks from them getting their licenses from the schemes.
But being able to set up and have them live and earning so quickly,
Yeah.
Must be very attractive ROIs.
Yeah. I mean, it's the agility, it's the SaaS element and nature of our service. There's no data center, there's no tons of hardware, there's no miles of cable anymore. What we have is a group of engineers that effectively set our platform up in the US. No one left Amsterdam. Magic.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. And, we're here today in Money 2020, where a lot of this magic is happening. And you guys are certainly at Silverflow part of it. But tell me, why did you choose Money 2020?
Oh, look, I mean, we go to Money 2020 in APAC, we go to Vegas, but this is our backyard. So we're a Dutch company. We are located, headquartered 2 metro stops down the line from the Rye.
Yeah.
This is our home territory, and it's a great conference for us. We're becoming more and more known, but here we're probably better known than anywhere.
But I'll tell you, Money 2020 has always been one of my favorite events. Also, and when we look at what's coming up for Money 2020 or the future in general, maybe you could give us a little bit of insights from your experience and knowledge on where you see the future going.
Yeah, I think there are 3 key elements to what the future requires. One is data. When the platforms that are in existence were built, there wasn't any. So why would you build to accommodate data when there is none to accommodate? The second thing is flexibility. So when the platforms were built, you might onboard 100 merchants in a week. Those merchants would be typically shops with a PED on a dial-up telephone line, making the noises that modems make.
I remember that.
Yeah, but then late 90s along comes e-commerce. So you've now got thousands of websites appearing every day. And then roll forward to recent times, you've got marketplaces with millions of sellers. They were never built to accommodate that. So ease of use becomes a real weight around the neck when you've got those platforms. And I think the final thing is delivery of innovation. The card schemes innovate with click to pay, with Visa Direct, Money Send, network tokenization, and those kind of things are quite difficult to deliver when you have the shackles of a COBOL or Fortran powered mainframe. And I think the necessity is that technology has to move forward. Otherwise, the players that don't will fall behind.
No, I think it was some very good points, and I certainly agree with you, and really want to just give you the best of success, Nigel, going forward with Silverflow. It's been really intriguing for me to talk with you and listen to what you guys are doing in the acquiring space, and I wish you the best of success. Thank you for spending some time with Financial IT.
Thank you.